Is December 15th, Sunday, and today I kind of just learned a few things, kind of just like food for thought kind of things. I wanted to just talk about some stuff that I've been thinking about for this channel and just things that I've been thinking about in general, mostly about like creativity and just like what I'm trying to do with this channel and just like I don't know. I just need to like get some thoughts out and hopefully like something insightful will come from it. The first thing I wanted to talk about is just something that I just found interesting. Me and my brother were talking this morning on our way to church, and we were talking about how, you know how there's like the right brain, left brain thing? Like someone is either right brained or left brained. I don't really know how it works, and I definitely want to learn more about it. I actually have a book about it that I haven't read. I really need to be reading more. But it's like the idea that like a right brain, I'm pretty sure the right brain is like the more artistic, creative side, and then the left brain is more like technical and like, basically technical. So more like STEM brain versus like creative, artistic brain. And I'm definitely a more STEM brained person. I'm definitely more left brain. And it's just interesting that how, depending on what kind of like that's kind of like a nature thing, nature versus nurture. That's been something I've been thinking about a lot lately, but that's just like just the way. I don't really know what kind of factors affect whether you're right brained or left brained or whatever, but that affects your mindset and like how you're thinking about like problem solving, how you're thinking about doing things for the rest of your life. Like I'm gonna think about solving a problem differently than how a right brain person is going to think about solving a problem. Like I think very literally and very like sequentially, like step 1, step 2, step 3. But someone else who's maybe right brained isn't going to think the same way. And that's just interesting because depending on the kind of problem, like you can have technical problems and you can have artistic problems. And the skills to solve those problems are learnable, right? It's not like only left brain people can learn how to do math, right? Everyone can learn how to do math. It's not like only right brain people can learn how to draw. Like everyone can put enough time and effort and like deliberate practice can actually learn how to draw or do math or whatever. So we can all learn these skills, but our brains, like how we think about solving these problems, how we think about utilizing our tools is different, which is just so interesting. Like if I could solve a problem. Let's say like I could solve a right brain problem differently than a right brain person would solve a right brain problem. And the right brain person could solve a left brain problem differently than how a left brain person would solve a left brain problem. I don't know if that makes sense. But it's just kind of food for thought kind of thing. It's just interesting to talk about and to think about. We all are either right-brained or left-brained, at least I think. That's what I've learned. I don't know too much about this, and I definitely want to learn more about it because it has to do with the brain and like learning and like neuroscience, and I'm very interested in all of that. So I definitely want to learn more about this. But as far as I know, we're either right-brained or left-brained, right? And we all, dominantly, right? It's like I'm either right-handed or left-handed, right? I'm right-handed. My dad is left-handed. We can both use both hands, obviously, but I have a dominant right hand. So it's kind of like, I don't know if it's specifically the right hemisphere and the left hemisphere, but like, let's say I think I'm left brained, like my left brain dominant. Like obviously I'm still using both sides of my brain and I still have a creative side of me, but, or like artistic or like whatever the right brain category is, but I'm predominantly left brain, like left brain dominant. I don't know if that makes sense. It's just interesting. It's something that's always intrigued me. It's just interesting to think about how we all inherently think differently. If we all think differently, then we can all attack a problem in different ways and we can all figure out how to utilize the tools that we have in different ways. And that just seems like such an advantage to knowing a lot of people when you're trying to solve a problem. Like group projects, I'm talking about like in school, I hate them. They're terrible. But they should, like, as a concept, it should be a good idea, right? Because everyone thinks differently and we are all looking at this problem in a different way. So it'd be good to utilize all those different mindsets and ways to think about the problem to actually solve the problem. I don't know. It's just something interesting that I was thinking about. I don't know how we can use this information. I guess I don't know. It's just interesting. Like, we're all wired differently. Wired differently. This is something, if you don't know, I'm very interested in like the brain and neuroscience and like learning and like all that kind of stuff. And the phrase wired differently, I've been hearing it a lot, and it kind of frustrates me because I don't know what that means. Like, when you say I'm wired differently, or like we're all wired differently from each other, what does that mean? Like, what is different in your brain that makes you wired in a certain way? So that's definitely something that I want to learn more about, because I'm just like so eager to know what that means. Like, genuinely, like, what makes me different, like in terms of my brain and like how I think and how I use my brain, or like how my brain is working, I guess. How is that different from the person next to me, and where can I see those results in when we're actually trying to do something? So this kind of transitions into the next thing that I want to talk about, which is with my YouTube, because I'm kind of struggling with my, like, what I'm talking about, because I'm posting daily, right? I'm posting every single day what I learned that day, but often I'm kind of saying the same stuff. You probably realize that by now. I'm saying very similar things about like productivity, like how to be more productive basically, and have better quality days. I try to like branch out more. I want to include more like Christianity topics into my videos, because that is a big learning point in my life right now. I'm definitely like learning a lot right now within that regard. But I don't want to just be saying the same stuff, because a lot of times I used to watch a ton of like self-improvement productivity content, but I got so frustrated because it was all just the same stuff. And I don't want to just be saying the same stuff. I don't want to be that same person that I got annoyed with. So I want to be different, but different in a good way, not just different to just like stand out and like stick out to the algorithm or whatever. I want to be different in a helpful way. Like, I want to provide a different perspective and different ideas that still help solve the same problems that we might have. Because like, we may have all the solutions, but one thing that I've learned from my softball is that just saying the same thing in a different way, coming from a different perspective, can help so much. It's the same thing. Like, we're all wired differently. We think in different ways. So if I say something to someone and that really clicks for them, but then for the person next to them, it doesn't click, and like they have to see it from a different angle that someone else can provide to them. I don't know. Basically, I don't want to just be saying the same stuff. I don't want to only be talking about like productivity, self-improvement. Although I guess it's all self-improvement, because that's kind of the goal of the channel, just getting better at life. Just getting better at life one day at a time, I guess. And I think there's a few things that I'm thinking of. The first thing is that I want to be, like I said, I want to be more rooted, be more like my videos more like include more Christianity aspects to it, because again, I'm learning a lot in that aspect, and it's the root, it is the foundation of life. Like, even in church today, the pastor mentioned how wisdom is basically just like, wisdom is the knowledge for getting better at life, basically. And I was like, whoa, if my channel is kind of the same, like my channel is trying to help people get better at life along with me, like I'm also trying to get better at life, and if that kind of wisdom is kind of like the root of all of that, then obviously I want to be like going to that every single video. So I do definitely want to include more of that into my videos, because it's kind of like the root, it's like the foundation of like improving your life, basically. But also, I kind of, like I said, I don't want to just say the same productivity stuff that you've heard a million times before. I want to be me, I guess. I want to be me. I don't want to have to cater to a certain persona of like motivation and productivity and like that kind of thing, even though that is a big part of like my thoughts. I'm thinking about that kind of thing a lot, but there's also a lot of other things that I'm thinking about that I also want to share. I guess what I'm trying to say is that I want to branch out a little bit more. I don't want to just be talking about this one lane of productivity, because I think I talk about that too much, honestly, and it's kind of the same stuff over and over again, the same core principles. But I want to do, first of all, like I said, I want to do more Christianity stuff and just include that in every single one of my videos. And then also I want to, I'm in high school right now, if you don't know, and I think I'm like on winter break, and I think as the new year starts, as the second semester for school starts again, I want to get more back into, honestly, like the study skills, study tips, just figuring out school, because that's like I'm going to be learning a lot from that because I am in school right now, and I think there are a lot of students who are watching my videos, and I think that would be helpful for a bunch of people, especially because I've just been so interested in just like the brain and learning and education in general, and trying to just make that better for the students. Because I've been so interested in that and I have so many thoughts about it, I feel like this would be a good place to do that. But I don't want to lose my OGs, right? Because I thank you guys for this. There are a few people who comment on a lot of my videos and I recognize them, and it's very nice to know that I have that loyal following. It's very encouraging. But I don't want to just like completely shift my entire channel, right? I want to stay me, and I want to stay with these solid, just straight up advice for getting better at life, whether you are a student or not. And I will include those like study tip videos. But I also like, I don't know, just getting better at life one day at a time. That's my goal. I'm trying to make videos to help you get better at life one day at a time. And that is very broad because obviously everyone's trying to get better at life. So right now I'm kind of just struggling with who I want to target specifically, because I don't think I'll be able to reach everyone. It's hard to like grow when I'm trying to reach everyone. Like anyone could watch these videos, right? I don't know. This is just something that I've been thinking about and pondering. If you have any thoughts, if you have any suggestions, like what videos do you want to see, then definitely let me know in the comments, because that will be really helpful for me just trying to figure out like where I want, like the direction where I want this channel to go. The last thing that I wanted to talk about in regards to this channel is that starting in the new year, starting in 2025, I'm going to try to, along with the daily What I Learned Today videos, I'm going to try to post one video a month of just like a better produced video, I guess. Just one that's actually like possibly scripted, like better editing, better like actually well produced, and like I actually put a lot of work into it. I want to start with once a month. If that's too like easy for me, and I can slowly ramp it up and maybe do once a week or once every 2 weeks. But I'm saying this on camera so that you guys keep me accountable, because I feel like I won't keep myself accountable. So along with these daily videos are not going anywhere. Because I think this is kind of like the core of like, I love making a video every single day. It's so fun, and it helps me to just keep creating and keep having ideas and like keep thinking, I guess. But additionally, I want to do one video a month that's just like a better, well-produced video. And this will, maybe, I'm thinking they're going to be like ultimate guide kind of videos, like an ultimate guide to studying that has literally everything that I have learned and that has helped me, like a full like system. Or maybe just like, I don't know, like an ultimate guide to problem solving, that kind of thing. I feel like those are the kinds of videos. It would kind of gather all this information that I have talked about in these like daily videos, and I think it'll just be helpful for me to consolidate everything, and it'll also be helpful for you guys to like build systems for yourself to get better at life. So I don't know, these are kind of just some things that I've been thinking about a lot, just trying to figure out the direction of this channel, because I don't want to be so broad, and I also don't want to keep saying the same stuff over and over again, because that's just not fulfilling, it's not fun, and I just feel like it's not as helpful. Yeah, I guess your takeaway for today is to keep learning, keep thinking, keep learning, because that's honestly what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to just activate my brain. In the original, when I first started this channel, I was trying to just use it as a way to talk about the things that are in here that I don't usually like get out there. And it's almost like a journal, but I'm sharing it with everyone. With anyone who's watching this video. So I want to just get out the thoughts in my mind, and there's a lot in here. And they are good ideas, they are bad ideas, they are just like thoughts that I have about life, struggles that I'm having, and I want to be able to use this channel as a way to express those, to help myself, but also to express those and to learn from those, so it helps both of us. Again, getting better at life. I don't know, I'm kind of just yapping. I don't really know what the plan is, and I think having the new year coming up is going to be really helpful to just try to figure out like what I'm doing. So yeah, I'm really, honestly, one thing that I told my brother this morning, I'm very excited to see where this channel goes and just where my life is going right now, which is something that I haven't really experienced before. Just excited to see what's going to happen, because I've been doing a lot of new things. Like, this channel is like something that I have never done before, right? I don't know. I'm just excited to see where my life is going, and I am unsure about where all of that is going to go, and I don't know. Yeah. So, your takeaway today is, first of all, if you're not subscribed, then I would really appreciate it if you subscribed, because like I said, I'm posting every single day. So I've been posting these daily videos for like 150 videos I think I have of these What I Learned Today videos. Yeah, so I'm posting every single day. So if you want to get these daily insights about being more productive, Christianity, learning, the brain, just all of these things that I have in this brain that I am thinking about, and just like, I don't know, just like things that I'm interested in and things that I like to talk about. If you are interested in that kind of thing, then definitely check out my channel, subscribe if you want to see more. But if you had to kind of take action, right? I'm ultimately like, knowledge can only go so far, right? You have to take action on something. So if you had to take action on one thing due to watching this video, it would be to have some kind of habit in your life where it's activating that hidden part of your brain where you can just ramble on and on forever and just talk about those things that you think about that you're like, oh, that's interesting, or oh, I want to learn more about that. Have some kind of habit that engages that part of your brain, that kind of curious, engage the curious part of your brain. That's ultimately what it is. I've always been a very curious person, and I think that's part of why I have the channel, because I'm talking about things that I'm curious about, things that I want to learn more about. So have some kind of habit that activates the curious part of your brain, whether that is just reading like nonfiction books about some random topic that you've always wanted to learn about, whether that is something like this, just sharing your thoughts, sharing what you're curious about. Yeah, be curious. That is your takeaway for today. Be curious about life and engage that curiousness. Don't just let it sit there. Write down what you're curious about and learn more about what you're curious about. That is your takeaway for today. So today was I'm kind of just trying to organize my thoughts within this YouTube channel and within just like life and just getting better at life. So if you enjoyed this video, if you found it helpful in any way at all, then please like it. If you have any thoughts, if you have any suggestions for videos that you want to see, or just any helpful advice, I will gladly accept in the comments down below. One extra thing. I'm going to start a Discord channel or something similar, because I do think that is the perfect kind of environment that I need, because I'm trying to, there are a few like core things that I want to cultivate within this channel, and that's curiousness and just like thinking, just like engaging, just thinking more about life and being more curious about life. And I think having a community of people who are all curious about life and we're all trying to learn and just get better at life, and we can have conversations about just things we're interested in, I think that would be super cool. So I'm thinking in the new year, around January time, I'll open up a Discord community. So if you are interested in that, if you have any ideas, if you would participate in that, then definitely let me know, because I think that would just be the perfect opportunity, and I think it would be really helpful for growing this community. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. It's been like 20 minutes, so if you made it all the way through, then comment down below a brain emoji because those are cool. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. Like I said, if you want to see daily insights, then definitely subscribe. This video is specifically recommended for you. Like, YouTube was like, this person wants to watch this video. So if you find that interesting, then definitely click on it. You can subscribe in that corner. And if you subscribe, I will see you in tomorrow's video. Bye.